you were not surprised. You've been calling for the Fed to cut rates soon for quite some time. So basically, you got what you wanted today.
Yeah, look, you know the rules. I'm not to comment on what anybody else from the FOMC says. As you say, I think we set a rate pretty tight more than a year ago. Inflation's kept coming down, so in the real rate sense, we've been tightening. And when the conditions are not overheating, you got to be really careful with that kind of passive tightening. Seemed pretty definitive, the statements that Chair Powell made there in his remarks. And I think that this reflects the reality of the economy, that we've got to keep our eye on the employment side of the mandate now. This is what the path down to 2% inflation looks like. You know, you got some bumps, but I think that side's looking a lot better.
As you say, you've been worried about being too tight for a while now. The chair did not discuss how big of a cut might be coming for the first one. What do you think the economy needs? Do you need to see 50 basis points?
You know, I don't like ahead of time, as you know, picking out specific numbers. In my view, the SEPs over the last year have made pretty clear that almost everyone on the committee thinks that conditions will show inflation coming down, the unemployment rate going up gradually and settling in, and that there will be multiple cuts over calendar 24 and calendar 25. And that feels like what the path is from conditions so far to me.